much, all of you, for coming out today. I have to say, I think this rally probably takes the mark for the best signs of any rally. So as we're marching, make sure you take a few minutes to read the signs. There is creativity in action right here today. I'm so proud to stand with all of you in solidarity with the March for Science in Washington, D.C. And did you know that there are over 600 marches across the world right now? We're also standing together to raise our voices for people on the planet taking part in this long-standing Earth Day. It's been going on for 35 years, and I'm proud to say that I've been attending for 35 years. It's a wonderful chance for us to come together to speak up on behalf of the planet for all of us. You know, as a public policy maker, as a former civil servant, I've certainly seen firsthand the importance of science-based decision making. And I know that now more than ever, scientific inquiry and research to better understand and resolve the complex problems of today is needed more than ever. You know, we all celebrated the Harper government's war on science ending, and I want to say thank you to all of you, because I know you were there fighting it all along the way. We see at the federal level that the Naylor report has started pointing the federal government in the right direction to restoring research, innovation, and science-based decision-making, but we still have a lot to do at the provincial level. In the past 16 years, we've seen large cutbacks to qualified professionals. The public service has been increasingly politicized. The Professional Employees Association has documented deep cuts in the number of qualified scientists who are employed by the provincial government. And as you all know, without scientists to do the work, we can't protect our environment, our natural resources, we can't ensure the safety of our infrastructure. When scientists and public servants can't do their jobs, then we endanger our environment and our communities. And when there's inadequate oversight, we know the results can be as dire as the Mount Holly disaster. As well as having people do the work, we also need to foster open government and ensure scientists across sectors can disseminate their results without any concern about any kind of political retribution. But the challenges we're facing in British Columbia require more than a change in how government makes decisions. I truly believe that we also need to foster excellence in education. We need to help more people access scientific inquiry and discussion, and that means reinvesting in education at every single level. We've had a generation of kids grow up in overcrowded, underfunded classrooms. Tuition has gone up more for post-secondary students here in BC than anywhere else in the country. Our students are carrying debt loads that are 30% heavier than anywhere else in the national average. Society needs critical thinkers. We all need critical thinkers. And we are committed to investing in education and supporting lifelong learning. We're going to restore free adult basic education to begin that process. And when you're thinking about going back to school, we want to be there for you with $10 a day childcare, more affordable housing, $15 an hour minimum wage, because if you can't access education, then we are all worse off as a society. We're going to make sure we have a cap on tuition fees. We're going to give graduates a $1,000 grant for completing their degrees. And if you're taking on advanced studies, we're going to be there with a new $50 million scholarship fund for graduate programs to ensure excellence across our communities. We also need to change the way decisions have been made for the last 16 years. We need to restore the place of science-based decision-making in government. And nowhere do we see that more clearly than in protecting our environment and wildlife and grappling with climate change. That's why we're going to legislate carbon emission reduction targets based on scientific evidence, reducing our emissions to 40% below 2007 levels by 2030 and 80% by 2050. That's why within our first 100 days, we're going to renew the Climate Leadership Panel, ask it to provide evidence-based recommendations to work with our government to implement. And when it comes to natural resources, we need to rebuild public trust in decisions that they're based on solid, accessible foundation of scientific evidence. That's why we're going to update and renew BC's environmental assessment legislation. We're going to put in place species at risk legislation, standalone legislation that actually will address the challenges for species at risk. And the last piece I just want to talk about is one piece that I believe has clouded government decisions for the last 16 years, and that is critical to scientific information. We need to get big money out of politics. We need to ensure decisions are based on science, evidence-based, not based on money and who has money and who pays the piper. So I thank all of you for being here. I thank you for raising your voices. You know, when scientists were being muzzled, the public spoke out. They didn't allow it to happen. I can tell you we are not going to allow it to happen again, and I look forward to being part of a government that's going to bring back evidence-based science decisions here in British Columbia once again. Thank you all of you for being here. I really appreciate it.